Politically right now in America, there's a huge issue that centers around Republican, Democrat, president. Um, It, it, it's it's so much crap going on, and everybody goes, "Oh, those are MAGA people." If you're a Democrat, it's like the MAGA people. Well, I know a lot of people. I know people that aren't MAGA. I know people that are. I know people that are Democrat. I know people that are Republican.
Right.
And my opinion is that we're all after the same thing. We want to see the elimination of the corruption in the government
Right.
on both sides.
That's right.
We want to see the Congress doing their job. We are tired of being conned continually over and over
Right.
and being
Sure.
ignored. The huge majority of the American people are good people, and they're mostly poorer than most.
Right.
And there should be a reason for that, but the only reason is they pay the taxes to carry the entire government, the entire country. The
Hmm.
people who have incredible wealth, and I'm talking someone who could start tomorrow spending crazily, buying everything they see, and when they died 3 decades later, they would still have made more money than they could spend.
Right.
That's to not tax them
Right.
is outrageous. I mean, it's
True. Yes.
outrageous because it's the little guys who have
I know.
provided them the security, safety, and promise that
I
has
know.
allowed them to make that kind of money. And to not tax them is like insanity.
Crazy. Yeah. It just makes no sense. It just
No,
makes no
no, makes no sense at
sense.
all. And understand, I don't hate them because they've got a lot of money.
Yeah. No. No. Of
I
course.
I just expect them to carry the same load I'm carrying or any other human being in America.
Right.
And so I have no distaste for a MAGA person. I understand them. I know it's unfair. They will vote for anybody who appears that they would walk in there and trash the system because the system isn't helping them. It isn't working for them. The idea here is most Americans do not understand the fact that a government is created by the people to
Hmm.
support the people. It
Right.
doesn't matter if a person's an independent, Republican, Democrat.
Mm.
If they're medically insane, who cares? It,
Right.
it's the people create the very government
Mm.
that should care for them and give them what they need or want. You don't get it for free, though. You get taxed for it.
Right. Right.
But you should get taxed at a percentage that respects how much money you need to live on.
Yeah. Or how much money you make, too.
Right, exactly. I mean, somebody who has no education, who's out there making minimum wage. What's minimum wage now? $12 maybe.
Right.
I don't even
Or
know
13.
anymore. That's not enough to live on.
No. No.
25 or $30 an hour. That's enough to survive on.
Right.
Do you think that'll ever happen? Hell no.
No. I
it's
know.
it's like no, it should. The government should dictate that it should because they're supposed to represent everybody.
Mm.
Certainly, people that don't want to pay it make enough to do that,
Right.
but they won't unless somebody dictates they should.
Unless somebody takes, yeah, because it will be nice if the rich people will say, no, I am going to pay proportionally to how much money I make, but they won't. So they need
Right.
somebody
They need
who will
somebody to
make them.
dictate it. Now I know a lot of people who are very wealthy who every day take care of something that they didn't have to do. I mean,
Right.
they support whole hospitals, museums,
Right.
educational facilities. I mean, there are a lot of very wealthy people in America that do their share.
Right.
I'm talking about that 1.5% at the very top. No,
Right.
No,
Exactly.
they don't even walk on the sidewalk with us anymore. They fly from hilltop to hilltop. It's just it's a general thing that when you tax, you should spend the tax wisely. They don't do that. They voluntarily order up their own salaries in Congress.
Right.
They when they serve, they then retire. They get money. I mean, oh, whoever retires at like 6 years, I'll forget it. I mean, the idea I think behind a democracy is that you would want to serve to do your part, serve for a couple seasons, and then go home.
Right.
You know,
Right.
go back to whatever you do, and uh, there's just a lot of things that aren't right about it.
Hmm.
And it's the American people that used to be, uh, middle of the pack, the true supporters of the entire federal government. Um, who don't exist anymore. Everybody's fighting to stay alive, and
Hmm.
it's the richest country on the planet. Our
Right.
our our GDP would encompass half the countries in the world.
Hmm.
And yet, you can go to a small country. You go to Stockholm as an example. How many millions of people do they have? Not many, but you will never see a pothole. Every single bridge is perfect, and they got a lot of bridges. All the
Right.
paving's perfect. Everything's in good repair, and they pay a very high tax, but they have free medical, free education, free this, free that. Who
Right.
cares how much money you get left when everything is paid for?
Right.
It's just, I don't know. We have
Not
it
very
sort of
fair.
backwards. Less government's better. I would even go along with that. Less
Hmm.
government's better if there were more than two parties
Right.
arguing over who gets the most.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
a good government's built on compromise.
Hmm.
Simple as that. And we should never have anybody homeless ever.
No, I
That
know. I
that's
know.
crazy. I mean,